Hello students. So in science, we are going to start our new chapter, skeletal and muscular system. As you all have learnt in the previous classes that our body is made up of many organs, each of which performs a particular function. So, and a body is a very useful machine. Like a machine has many parts that are combined together to form a function. Similarly, our body is also made up of many parts, and these different parts are known as organs. So let's begin. Our body is made up of various organs. One of the organ system is known as skeletal system. It consists of muscles, bones and joints. We will know about the structural function in our body. So, as I told you all, that our body is made up of many parts, and these parts are known as organs. And a group of organs work together to form a system that is known as organ system. Now, as you all have heard about nervous system, skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system. So similarly, in today's class, we are going to, or this chapter relates to skeletal and muscular system. Now, our body is a wonderful gift of God. Just like a machine, it has many parts. The different parts are called organs. What are the organs? The lungs, heart, kidney, stomach, and brain are some of the most important internal organs of our body. So, these are the internal organs of our body, those who are performing their own work, and we cannot see these organs but we can feel them, and they are working in our body day and night. These internal organs are very soft, they are very delicate, therefore they need to be protected from shock and injury. So let's see. To keep our body fit and active, these organs have to work like a team. A group of organs work together to make up an organ system. So as I told you all that, suppose in a nervous system, suppose when we are reading, our nervous system is working, means it is giving some signal to our eyes, to our brain. Similarly, in the digestive system, from our mouth to stomach, intestine, all these organs are related to this system. Similarly, what are the things related to the skeletal system? We'll see. Let us know about skeletal and muscular system of our body. Now, to begin with the skeletal system. The skeletal forms the framework of the body. It is made of bones. As you can see the picture of the skeleton, you can see, and you all know that the skeleton is a framework of bones, and it has many functions. What are the functions? We are going to see as we move on to the chapter. There are 206 bones in the body of an adult. The skeletal system also gives shape to the body and protects internal organs such as our lungs. So, what happens when a child is born? A newborn child has more than 300 bones, but these bones fuse to form 206 bones by the time the child grows into an adult. So, an adult human skeleton has 206 bones of different sizes and shapes. And what is the function of the skeletal? The skeletal system gives shape to the body So number one, shape to the body. Protects internal organs such as lungs. You can find lungs, heart, kidney, brain. These internal organs are protected by the skeleton. It stores calcium needed to repair and strengthen our bones to make blood cells. So, what is the another function? That it stores the bones, stores the mineral, that is calcium, for repairing and to give strength and to make the blood cells. So, what are the functions? First, it protects the internal organs, it gives shape to our body, it stores minerals like calcium, it produces blood cells, and another function is that along with muscles, the skeletal system helps our body to move. So these are the functions of a skeletal, of a human skeleton or the skeletal system. Together, they are called the musculoskeletal system. So when the muscles and the skeleton will work together, it is known as, excuse me, it is known as musculoskeletal system. Now, do you know birds have small hollow bones? This reduces their weight, making them light enough to fly. Huge birds like the ostrich cannot fly as they are too heavy and cannot lift their weight. So, birds, the bones of the birds are very hollow, they are light, so they can easily fly. But that of an ostrich, it is a huge bird and it cannot carry its weight, so it cannot fly. Bones make up only 14% of our body's total weight. However, they are at least 5 times stronger than steel. So our human bones are very strong. It is, though it makes only 14% of our body's total weight, but still it is very strong, 5 times stronger than steel. Next, bones. Bones make up 14% of our total body weight. Bones have to be strong enough to support us and light enough to let us move easily. So, bones has to be strong enough so that we are able to move. It gives support to our body. Then bones are connected together by flexible tissues called ligaments. Bones are supplied with blood and nerves. This is how they grow as we grow older. The long bones of the body are filled with soft fatty material called bone marrow. The red blood cells of the body are made up of bone marrow. So a bone is the means it gives shape. It is a framework of the body that protects the internal organs. It is made up of, the long bones of the body are filled with soft fatty material called bone marrow, and the red blood cells of the body are produced in the bone marrow. Bones in different parts of the body differ in number, shape, and size. Now, you can feel when you touch your finger, when you touch your leg, when you touch your head. So, you can feel there are different types of bone and they are of different sizes and different shapes. some are small, some are large. So some of them are long like the arm and leg bones. So when you touch your arm, when you touch your leg, you can see there are long bones. Some are short like those in wrist and ankles. There are flat bones like those in our skulls. Bones in the ear are of an irregular shape. So we can see that there are different types of bones, and some are small, some are big, some are long, some are flat. So different types of bones together form the skeletal system. Now next topic that you can see is skull. The bones of our head make a skull. Our skull is made up of two sets of bones, the bones of our face and the bones that make up our forehead as well as the back of our head. Now if you see this, the skull, so you can see that the bones of our head is a skull. Our skull is made up of two sets of bones, the bones of our face and the bones that make up our forehead to the back of the head. From here to here one, and this one is the another set. Our skull is made up of 22 different bones. So 22 different bones are there, of which brain is protected by 8 bones that are interlocked together. So out of 22 bones that are present in the skull and in the facial bone, there are 8 bones in the skull that are locked with one another, interlocked, and the rest of the bones are in the face. Our face is made up of 14 bones. Our jawbone is the largest and the strongest bone in our face. So these jaw bones are the strongest and the largest bone in our face. It is also the only movable bone in the skull. So in this skull, only this jawbone, the lower jaw, is movable. If you open your mouth and if you feel that the upper portion does not move, but the lower part of the lower jaw is movable. When you talk to one another, the lower jaw is, you can feel that it is movable. So out of 14 bones, our jawbone is the largest and the strongest bone in our face. It is also the only movable bone in the skull. It holds our lower teeth in place and we can move it to chew our food and to speak. So because of the jaws, the teeth are present over here and the lower jaw is movable, which enables us to speak and chew our food. Got it? So the next topic that you can see is the spine or the backbone. The spine is also known as the backbone. You can feel at the back there is a long, the skull is attached to the backbone. If you feel at the back, you can see there is a long bone and there are small bones that are attached together to form the backbone. We twist and turn with the help of our backbone. So we can move because of the backbone. Its special S shape helps to prevent shock and jerks to our head when we walk or run. So it is not straight, it is S shape so that it enables us to move. The main function of the spine is to protect our spinal cord. This backbone protects the spinal cord. The spine is made up of 33 small bones called vertebrae. So you can see small bones are joined together. These are known as vertebrae and there are 33 vertebrae. And we also say this as a vertebral column. These are ring-like in shape as shown in the picture. So the skull is attached to the backbone which forms the main axis of the skeleton. It is made up of 33 small bones which lie one on the top of the other, and these bones are known as vertebrae, and together they are known as vertebral column, and the backbone protects the delicate soft spinal cord. Delicate spinal cord. Okay. Now, next comes rib cage. And one more thing is our backbone is very flexible, which enables us to move forward, backward. So next topic is rib cage. Now, a ball thrown towards you at a high speed hits you on your chest, but your delicate heart and lungs are safe and sound because of the protective covering of the rib cage. The rib cage is made up of 12 pairs of delicately curved bones. So here is the picture of the rib cage. There are 12 pairs of curved bones that protects the heart and the lung. They are all joined at the back or to the spine or backbone. So this, if you see, this is the backbone, and the starting point is from the backbone or the spine. Except the last two pairs, these last two pairs, all the ribs are joined to the breastbone in the front. The last two pairs of the ribs are called floating ribs. So you can see that from the backbone, the ribs, the bones have curved bones have come and joined. They are joined in the breastbone. All the ribs are joined to the breastbone in the front, but the last two pairs, they are floating ribs. And the backbone protects the delicate organ like the lungs and the heart. So out of 12, the first 10 are joined into the front, to the breastbone, and the last two ribs are free and they are known as floating ribs. So this comes to the end of today's class. Hope it is clear to you all. In the next class, we'll further deal with the rest part of the chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye.